Hi and welcome to another day by this lovely lake. If you saw me yesterday, you could see that I had a talk where I stood here nearby the lake, and I did speak in Swedish yesterday. I was talking about my morning routine and that this is my second part of my morning routine, because at this time I have been what do you say my kids are at school, and now it's time for me to start the day and to start the work, and that's why I'm here during my morning walk. And I have another part that's at the other side, and it's not, you can't see it as well, but sometimes I'm upside at this little mountain. Is it a real mountain? Oh, no, I don't really know, but what's the right word for it in English, but so here it is, and today it's more cloudy. It seems to be a rainy day. It seems to be a day where we can expect rain. So it's somehow a bit different, but it's still the same place. Maybe some of you are wondering, why am I sometimes doing things in Swedish and sometimes in English? Yeah, that's because I have some of my Swedish audience prefer to have or listen to things, and even friends and so on prefer to have it in Swedish because they feel more comfortable of understanding it when I have it in Swedish. But I also have a lot of people in my friends list that not understand Swedish, I mean. So for those to be able to understand what I talk about, I had begun to do it in English, and I have to admit that was a huge step for me to start doing things in English. Well, I have done some things, but this, to do a live in English and not even finding every word and not know where to be, that was a really big step out of my comfort zone. But that's one thing I want to talk about, the comfort zone. Why do we want to stay in a comfort zone where everything is familiar, where you know exactly what to do? Yeah, that's because of that. Because you have the control. You maybe know what is going to happen, but not necessarily you know that it's going to happen, even if you think you're in control. And that could also be a fake feeling of having control. And what's behind that? Yeah, that could be a fear of not being enough, a fear of not doing as well that you would want to do. So when we step out from our comfort zone, then new things can begin. New things can come with stepping out of our comfort zone. So, are you Are you ready to step out of your comfort zone? Are you ready to take some small steps out of your comfort zone and let new things come into your life? Are you ready for that? Or do you move on just thinking about things? You're thinking of, oh, I would love to do that, and I would love to do that. I would love to have my own company. I would love to start my journey with my health. I want to, that seems so nice to do that. What if I could do that? But I'm not starting today. No, I take that on Monday. And on Monday, you say, no, it's not. It's not the right time now. I do it next week. Next week is a better time. And next week, nothing has happened. Nothing had been done. And you're thinking, yeah, but next time, I start the 1st of next month. It's a good day to start. The 1st of a month is a really good time to start something new. So let's do it first. And the 1st of the new month is coming. What has happened? Yes, you have procrastinated. You have procrastinated and procrastinated the things you really, really wanted to do. Maybe it was like me, to do a book, write a book. Maybe it was, like I said before, work with the things that you love to work with. It could be anything, really. But you just procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate. And then let's have a moment to think of what's behind procrastination. Why do we procrastinate? Why do human beings procrastinating? Yeah, beneath that is some kind of fear. It could be a fear of not being enough. It could be a fear of also being in control. And the feeling of, what if I'm not being able to do that I so really want to do? What if I fail? And that's a deep, deep, deep fear about what is going to happen if you're failing. But it could also be a fear of the opposite. Maybe it seems a bit strange, but it could be a fear of being that person that are succeeding. There's a fear of, but what if I do this? And what if I really, really make it? Who am I if I'm not? If I'm really, really, really make this and really, really succeeding in what I want to do? That's something unfamiliar to you. And therefore, it's easier to procrastinate than to take the steps that you need to really step over and come into the place where you're succeeding with what you're doing. So why is it like that? Yes, it's because deep, deep, deep down we have old beliefs. We have old limits. You have learned things. You learned things as a child. You learned things, how things were supposed to do. You learned how to think that things were in a special it was a certain way to that special thing to be. And that was the truth. And because that were the beliefs from the people that were learning you this. Because maybe they didn't know more about this. Because they had their limiting beliefs. They had their They had their limiting beliefs of how things were supposed to do. And you learned that from your parents, you learned it from your friends, you learned it from people around you. But the good news is that you can change this. You can change the pattern, and you can find ways of stop procrastinating. You can find ways of changing your old beliefs, changing your old fears, to move on and doing things that you really want to do. And of course, you can do it by yourself. Things is possible. But if you want to have help with it, there are a lot of people around that are educated in helping people to overcome their limiting beliefs. And I'm one of those people that are educated in helping people. So if you want to have a look, I'm here. And if you have questions, if you have reflections, please comment in the field. And it would be nice to hear your reflections about fears of succeeding, of procrastination, or fear, or what else that comes in your mind when you're listening to this. And with that, I want to wish you a really, really, really great day. A really fantastic, magical day. There you do things that you want. Where you take your step to the life you want. Because you're worth it. So have a really, really, really great day. Thank you.